Besides the national congressional delegation, political associates of every variety were among those 1,000 people who filled the church. The list included Dallas Mayor Eric Johnson, General Edwin Walker, Republican Jim Collins, and Democratic State Senator Mike McCool. The service itself lasted about an hour, and the casket had been closed and draped with an American flag just before the service began. In the eulogy, State Senator Jimmy Phillips, a lifelong friend of Joe Poole, spoke of the congressman's personal traits that made him the man that he was. He described Poole as a likable, jovial, compassionate man. Phillips noted Poole's patriotic determination and deep concern for the needs of his constituency. Phillips, slightly tearful himself at the end of the eulogy, said Poole was the kind of compassionate person whose public image would never project to those who did not know him the kind of man he really was. The congressman was buried this evening in a family plot in Laurelland Memorial Park alongside his mother and father. Teal Salon reporting.
Do you expect the county will, sometime next week, make some sort of an offer?
It's possible that the court might well, now that the date has been set. Up to this time, we hadn't heard a date either that he was leaving. It was sometime in the future, and I think we procrastinate like others. We say, well, maybe he'd change his mind or something, and very possibly we might go to him and see if this is the problem. I'd personally like to see Dr. Rose stay and direct and guide the building and formation of this. I think he's very capable, very talented, and that we're lucky to have him.
Well, as far as we can see, the volume should continue reasonably high. Today there are so many more stockholders than there were, let's say, even in 1960. 1960 it was estimated there were about 20 million stockholders. Today it's estimated as close to 25 million. And we're forecasting that there'll probably be 30 million stockholders in the United States by 1970.
Everyone thought at first that President Johnson would be coming here aboard the Air Force jet, which you hear in the background, but the president was tied up at his desk with mediation, was unable to make it to Dallas for the funeral of the late Congressman Joe Poole. The Air Force plane did come in bearing 22 congressmen, senators, and other Washington officials who flew down to Dallas just past noon, especially for attending of the service. The Naval Air Station here is rapidly being cleared out now. The Washington officials are leaving for the church where the funeral service will be held for Congressman Poole. Congressman Earl Cabell from Dallas was aboard the plane when it landed. I talked to him on his arrival about how Congressman Poole would be remembered by his colleagues.
He was aggressive, he was extremely alert, and very, very definitely conscientious in his efforts to pursue these communistic influences and to check them, and for the benefit of America and Americanism.
This entourage now is on its way downtown to the Tyler Street Methodist Church, where the funeral service will be held.
firms have been predicting a 16 to 20 million share trading for many months, and yet they seem not able to prepare for this. Do you have a reason?
It's not an easy solution to gather enough people into the space that's available in downtown Manhattan to physically handle all of this business. It puts a burden on brokers, it puts a burden on banks or other transfer agents. I would say that with time and effort we will do it.